What's up, everybody? Jerry with Dipping Up Trading, back for another video. Going to be talking about Ater Incorporated, or ticker symbol ATER. Going to be jumping into the Ortex data, doing some technical analysis. I would like to also check FinTel, see if we have any changes there, if I'm able to get to it tonight. Other than that, before I get started, don't forget to hit that like, hit up that subscribe button down at the bottom of the screen. Helps spread it to the rest of the community. Also helps anyone who's trying to find information on these particular companies. Just helps the search engine parameters with YouTube. It helps out the algorithm too. It also helps grow the channel. So please don't forget to do that. Let's get this thing rolling. So on the day, Ater finished at $12.45, down 51 cents on the intraday today, down 3.94%. The after hours finished basically net neutral, had no change there. But what I really want to get into is what I told you guys about in the last video. The last video, remember, I mentioned this zone, previous to what we had hit on, what is this, September 15th or so? So September 15th through September 16th. It was kind of like a 2-day lull where we had like a little bit of a tabletop, and then we kind of hit a dip, and then we consolidated, and then we started stair-stepping up, okay? Now we are following that same pattern. That's exactly what I want to get into today. So remember, and you can see it clear as day. I'm looking at the 30-minute chart. Look, you can see the MACD here. Okay, check this out. We have this here. We have this here. Okay. Look, it's literally right in front of your faces. Right there, right there. Okay. Check out the RSI. Boom, right there. Boom, right here. So we are coming down, okay, this hill right now. Okay, here's the hill. We're coming down this hill. Okay. So we should have a little bit of a bounce. So I would expect us to have a little bit of a sell-off in pre-market, even into the intraday tomorrow. And then we bounce, okay? And I would expect it's probably going to be like more of like a consolidation bounce. Like we might have a little bit of a spike in volume, and then we consolidate from there, and then potentially have a sell-off at the end of the day, followed by consolidation in the after hours and the pre-market the following day. Now, after that is when we start the stair step up, which is where this square comes into play. So like this square right here is going to be kind of the start. And again, all this is hypotheticals. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I simply do this for entertainment purposes only. So please, please, please take what I say with a grain of salt. Feel free to do your own due diligence, your own research. And if you have anything that I may have forgotten or left off, please drop it in the comment section, because it's just going to be great content for the rest of the community. So, but anywho, so again, I'm expecting some sort of consolidation followed by a dip, and then potentially is when we're going to start stair stepping up. I would expect, if not by the 29th, and more than likely the last day of the month, taking us into the weekend. So that's just kind of what I'm foreseeing with it right now. If we break through these zones and start to hit these lower levels, I mean, we have supported 1122. Well, first off, we have a support at 1190 or so, and then more support at 1122, and then 1023 or so. Okay. Now again, give or take anywhere from 5 to 10 cents on those. So keep that in mind when you're looking at that. Moving over to Ortex. Let me show you guys what we had going on over there. Let me show you what I'm seeing. So Ortex, let's see here. All right, so Ortex, so we had short interest change on the day, 4.5% up. So we had 1.17 million returned versus 1.92 borrowed against, for a net borrowed change of 746,000 borrowed against Ater today. Current short interest to the free float, 29.6%. Cost of our minimum is 0.37. Cost of our average, 179%. And the cost of our max is holding at 250% there, respectively. Utilization still almost maxed out. Cost to borrow is up 6% from last 7 days previous. Shares on loan is up just a little bit, 16.48 million there. Free float on loan, not much of a change. And then the exchange reported short interest is up 12% there. So we are having and seeing pretty much kind of a stagnant in terms of shorts increasing their positions. But the fact that we're having continuous borrow shares, I would expect these shares haven't potentially been shorted into the market yet. They may just be holding them. But you know, it's all kind of hearsay up until the point where we start actually seeing the data in front of our faces. So let me jump over before I forget. According to Fintel, we have for tomorrow roughly 100,000 shares of availability. The short borrow fee rate, holy crap, 86.16%. So we had 52% of the volume today was short. 53 was last Friday, 52. So pretty much since the 22nd up to today, over half the volume has been short volume, which is substantial, especially when we're trading 38 million. So 19 million of that volume was short today, which is it's a lot, especially when you're not trading hundreds of millions of shares. Let me see institutionals. Do we have any change there? So we had quite a bit. Looks like on Friday enter in lots and lots of folks increasing shares. Fidelity looks like they upped their position to 148,000. Some of their smaller caps, looks like Schwab increased up to 41,000. Let's see. Yeah, Fidelity has 5 different methods to which they increase their position on Ethereum. So that's good. I mean, you always want to follow the money. So anytime you're seeing substantial amounts of buys and the hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands of shares at a time, it's substantial. So definitely something to keep an eye on over the next few days. Let me see here, make sure I'm not leaving anything out. If we do break through this, like if we just don't follow this at all and we just rip tomorrow, we have resistance at 1407. 1407 should bring us 1473. Because I don't really see, I mean, we might have resistance at 1450. I'll go ahead and put it on there. But I'm not entirely sure that that's going to be a significant level. Let's see, 14. All right, so 1450 and then 1474, 1475 from there. And if we break that, that'll bring us $15. And then after 15 will bring us 1580 or 1590. And then from there, I mean, we're looking at that $16, $17, $18 range that we were hitting a few days ago. So, yeah, just going to keep an eye on it. What's also good is, let me check out. So RSI doesn't look too crazy in terms of bullish or bearish divergence in the long term. Same thing with the interim. I mean, not really seeing anything significant there as of yet. Now that could change. I mean, I would say if anything, just based on how this is going, I mean, the stock's starting to trend down, but notice how the RSI is kind of going stagnant, kind of sideways. So we might have a little bit of bullish divergence, I would say, but it's not anything significant for me to be like, oh yeah, keep an eye on this thing right now. So, because you can see right here on the MACD, if we're following these trends, we're going to have a little bit more of a dip before we start climbing again. So that's why I was saying expect this thing to dip into this zone and potentially consolidate a little bit from there. So, but other than that, that'll wrap this one up. You guys have a good evening, and I will see y'all on the next one.